Hello, it's only me popping back on here. I know normally on a Friday you would expect to see an episode, and frankly, so would I. But things have been a bit rough lately as far as copyright is concerned. And just to cast your mind back, if you remember, we did all the Sean Connerys right the way up to A View to a Kill. And there were no issues with copyright at all. When I say no issues, I mean that there were claims on the material, but they were fine, and MGM particularly, and that's where the claims were coming from. MGM had no issues with any of that whatsoever. So they said, "Yep, super, carry on," and those episodes went out, and you've enjoyed them, and you wanted more, and I wanted to do more. So on the strength of that, The Living Daylights came around after we had a little break, and I said, right, I'll crack on, and we did Living Daylights, License to Kill, Goldeneye, Tomorrow Never Dies, and The World Is Not Enough. And a very odd thing, and again, there's obviously, we knew about the rules and regulations as far as Living Daylights was concerned. That was always going to have a problem because of the distribution rights to the movie. Tomorrow Never Dies, on the other hand, wasn't really expecting to be a problem there, but there was, and also as far as World Is Not Enough and Die Another Day. So I've got to the stage, and License to Kill especially, just going back to Timothy Dalton's License to Kill was stopped almost immediately. So something has changed, something dramatic has changed over the period of less than a year since I started doing these things. And, what I don't want is for you to think, well, it's just not bringing out any content. I'm trying, but I'm unable to do so. So what with the copyright problems, and certainly the show will return, the Bond episodes may have to be relocated elsewhere in order for me to bring them to you. And that's the only issue really at this stage. The show will continue, and there will be other episodes from other movies where we explore the action and the stunts on those. But the Bond ones, particularly at the moment, we've got an issue there, and I need to rectify that. So that's going to have to go somewhere else and be relocated to another platform. And as soon as I've finalised what that is, there's a couple of options, and as soon as I finalise what that is, you will be the first to know. I'll keep you in the loop. Secondly, the book. Now, the book is, as many of you will know, you've been terrific in wanting to be part of this, getting in contact. Many of you are on the mailing list to be involved in getting a copy of this. And I was trying to get it out for this year in connection with Bond Day, which of course this is being recorded the day after Bond Day. Now, not too long ago, while I was in London, looking at No Time to Die and the release of the new Bond, it became apparent that there is actually a bit of interest as far as a publisher is concerned for the book. And as exciting as the prospect is of releasing a book under my own terms, or certainly under my own publishing label, which is what I've had to do in order to do other little projects as well, I didn't want really for this to be maybe just another book, self-published book that comes out with everything else around the time of the movie's release. Whereas next year, of course, is the 60th anniversary. It will give me a little bit more time to get final information together. I've got a lot of work already as far as No Time to Die is concerned. There's a chapter completed on that. But now that the movie's out, all of a sudden everybody's perfectly happy to talk to me and maybe give me a bit more insight based on our original conversations that I had with those performers and coordinators a while back. So there's more to come, and I want to expand on that. There are other chapters which I'd like to expand on as well, now knowing what I know. So on the strength of that, it will make an appearance, and all of you who have expressed interest and are on the mailing list, of course, you're going to be involved in that too. So there's no issues as far as that's concerned, but I want to keep you in the loop. Those people who have received an email communication from me already this week, I've had some responses back from you guys, and thank you very much indeed in respect to that. But I just wanted to let everybody else know that the book is still on, and as far as we're concerned at the moment, it's got a really good chance of coming out strong and coming out in connection with the anniversary for next year. So I just wanted to keep you in the loop as far as that's concerned. And also, of course, we can't forget the fact that the new movie, No Time to Die, is out at cinemas. Have you seen it yet? Do you love it? You know, what's the deal? Put some comments in the little notes below. No spoilers. Now, just currently, I'm conscious of the fact that the US haven't had their showings yet. The premiere hasn't happened there, or it's not been released over there. In Australia, in a similar boat. So keep your comments spoiler-free for now, please, if you would. There are places online if you want to make comments in connection with that, and drop spoilers. Then you're able to do so elsewhere, but not here. So if you could keep your comments spoiler free, that would be super. But it would be great to hear what you think about the movie, and in particular, I mean about the action. Lee Morrison's team, Olivier Schneider's team, working together with the cast, creating some fantastic action. There are many sequences we caught glimpse of them in the trailers that were dropped, and the number of trailers that were dropped around the world. All of a sudden now there's a great deal more material for us to look at, particularly behind the scenes stuff, which is very exciting from my point of view. And I think you'll agree that the action is top draw, really top draw. I would also say, and this is not a spoiler, so I'm happy to say this at this stage, but I think that that's the best use of the DB5 that I've ever seen. I think that's absolutely spectacular. So hats off to the boys and girls involved in that. Mark Higgins, of course, for a great deal of his driving, and Jessica Hooker, who was in as the passenger in there as well. One thing I will say is that we have some material coming to some more great interview stuff in connection with the movie from Lee Morrison and from Jessica Hooker, so look out for that. That will be coming very soon. But it was just a case of getting back in touch with you and saying, look, I'm still here, and I am doing the best I can, but I'm being stopped along the way by copyright. I mean, copyright, I'm expected to receive a fair amount of copyright issues based on the type of show that I have. I am clip based. I rely on those type of clips, and on the strength of that, I do expect to get a bit of feedback and a bit of fallout, sadly, as far as that's concerned. But it was going so well, and now all of a sudden I've come up against a brick wall. So as far as the show's concerned, we're going to have to relocate the Bond episodes elsewhere. The new ones that I'm trying to do, that's going to have to go elsewhere. You will be kept informed of that, but don't worry about that. We'll sort that out as it comes along. So there is more to come. The rest of the show, the Behind the Stunts show, will continue, and we will delve into films, other films, exciting action sequences, some classics coming your way. I'm not going to tell you what they are because they are mouth-wateringly good, and so I've got plenty more where that came from. But just to say a big thank you to each and every one of you. If you haven't seen the Bond yet, go out and see it. It's magnificent. Those people in the US, you're going to love it. I hope you have a great time. Guys in Australia, girls in Australia, enjoy. You've not got long to wait now. It's going to be fine. We'll just keep hanging on, and then when you've seen it, then we can all talk freely. But have a wonderful time, and until next time, take care.